Hare Krishna, Namaste, Chapter 8, entitled as Akshara Brahma Yoga. Sloka 27. Naite sṛtī pārtha jānan yohi muhyati kaścana tasmāt sarveṣu kāleṣu yoga-yukto bhavārjuna. The gist of this sloka is about power of discrimination. Power of discrimination between these two paths that has been explained so far, and praising that particular path which one should be meditating upon. Understanding these two paths are very important, so one can develop their power of discrimination and focus on the right path. Baladev Vidyabhushan in his purport states that after knowing the difference between these two paths, the devotees will not show any interest in the path that leads one to a place where they have to return back. In other words, it is the dhumadi marga. Rather, they try to focus on that where they don't have to return back, which is archaradi marga. Now let's see the word by word meaning and the translation. Pārtha, O son of Pritha, that is Kunti, son of Kunti. Arjuna, O Arjuna, ite sṛtī. These two different paths, jānan, knowing, yogī kaścana, any practitioner of bhakti yoga, a devotee of the Lord, na muhyati, does not get bewildered or deluded. Tasmāt, therefore, sarveṣu kāleṣu, at all times, yoga-yukta, engaged in Krishna consciousness by meditating on the path that one leads to Krishna. Bhava, just be. Translation. Although the devotees know these two paths, O Arjuna, they are never bewildered. Therefore, be always fixed in devotion. Therefore, always be fixed in the path, right path, the path of light. Meditate upon it constantly. And that is what specifically mentioned in the sloka by stating yoga-yukta. For example, if someone wants to travel, there are two things that they need to know. One is the destination. Second one is the path that they are going to take to reach the destination. And obviously in this world, there are multiple paths to reach a destination. Could be multiple paths. One might choose to pick a particular path to reach a destination based on various factors. Therefore, what Krishna says is, there are two different destinations. Having a clear understanding of these destinations is very important, and therefore one can choose the right path to reach that destination. That destination where one does not return back is only has one path, whereas the destination that brings us back after enjoying the heavenly pleasure is also one. So with the proper power of discrimination, one should show no interest towards that path which brings us back, which is Dhumadi Marga. Rather, one should contemplate on the path which will not bring us back. Like Akrura in Srimad Bhagavatam, he was ordered to go to Vrindavan to bring Krishna. When Akrura was ordered, he became very joyful. Then he was completely contemplating on his journey, the path, and also the destination. He was completely absorbed in meditating on his journey. He was thinking about Krishna's beautiful face framed by his curly hair. He was thinking about his cheeks, Krishna's nose, how Krishna is going to smile and glance at him. And he was contemplating, as soon as I reach, I will get off from the chariot and bow down to the lotus feet of Krishna and Balaram. And the Supreme Lord, when he sees me, he will place his lotus hand on my head with a sweet glance smiling at me. I'll be standing in front of him with joined palms. Then Krishna will embrace me and instantly sanctify my body. Having embraced by Krishna, purpose of my life becomes fulfilled. So in this way, Akrura was contemplating about his journey, and likewise, a person should also start contemplating, developing that desire and attachment by thinking about their journey towards Krishna. Swami Desika, he gives an example of a bridegroom impatiently counting the days left for his wedding. Likewise, a devotee should also eagerly meditate upon the path that one will be traveling, which will lead one to the path of eternity, to the supreme abode, to the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. Therefore, the jnani, great devotees, knowing these two paths, they are never bewildered. They are not confused. Even though both the path gives pleasure, one cannot be compared with the other. The bliss, the joy that one gets in the spiritual abode is nowhere can be compared to the lower enjoyment that one get in the heavenly planet. Therefore, one should never be captivated or confused or bewildered which one to take. Dhumadi Marga is temporary pleasure and brings us back into this world. We have to take rebirth. Whereas the path of light leads us to Vaikuntha, the abode of Krishna, where after reaching, one will never return back into this mortal world. Having said that, for devotees who are firmly established in Krishna consciousness and chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, they should not be much concerned about these things. And Srila Prabhupada, in his purport, he mentions the best way to be absorbed in Krishna consciousness is to be always dovetailed in his service, Krishna's service. And this will make one's path to the spiritual kingdom safe, certain, and direct. Therefore, the devotee is not disturbed by these descriptions because he knows that his passage to the supreme abode is guaranteed by devotional service. Naite sṛtī pārtha jānan yogī muhyati kaścana tasmāt sarveṣu kāleṣu yoga-yukto bhavārjuna. Namaste. Hare Krishna.